Hey, welcome back to another Reality Skewed Gamers lunch stream. I'm Ranger J 1999, and of course, if you're listening to this, this is the lunch stream. What is the lunch stream? This is where we kind of hang out and discuss whatever you want to discuss, Galaxy Heroes, whatever's on your mind, Battlefront, whatever floats your boat, and we got a lot going on, so we are here to answer your questions, hang out and have fun. All that fun stuff. Let's introduce everybody that'll be on the panel. Of course, we have the troll extraordinaire, Dr. Finn Medicine Woman, who is losing his mind playing Battlefront right now and getting killed by Bosk and all kinds of fun stuff.
Freaking Vader. That's all I have to say. Galaxy of Heroes, Battlefront, it doesn't matter. Freaking Vader.
It'll be okay, Finn. Just take a breath. Take a breath, Finn. We're going to get through this, Finn.
Freaking Vader.
It's going to be okay, Finn. We're going to get through this. It'll be fine. Also joining us is, of course, Sanely Red.
Hey.
Hey. Our boy Grim.
Wasabi.
And, of course, Xylo. Xylo Takedown.
What's up, guys?
Which is a combination of Coloran and Zol name put together, so you get Xylo. See what I did? I have no idea.
Plot twist.
Yeah. It's a haiku. So, welcome everybody in chat. Hope everybody's having a great day and getting ready for the weekend and everything. So, so if you got questions, go ahead and get them into us. Our good pal Stanley is scooping them up. Remember today, make sure it's in the form of a question, because if it's not, then sometimes we miss it, and that's on you, not us. So either put question or put it in any form of a question so we know that it's a question. So go ahead and get those in. Now remember, Credit Heist is today. Guys, a unicorn. I saw a unicorn today because I got 5 million on one of my hits. I don't know what to do with myself. You did too?
I got 7.5 total. So
I did too. How did everybody else do?
I got my usual 5 mil. It's been a while since I got a good hit on Credit Heist.
I'm happy if I get a 5 mil.
Yeah,
the times before I only had a 4.
You kind of get, used to it. You know what I'm saying?
7.5.
Oh, very nice. Very
that
nice.
took me from broke to almost broke.
Hey, I've got almost 30 million. I like to make sure that I've got credits to do what I need to do. That's all I'm saying.
I spent it all on getting BB-8 to 85. So,
and I got my Rex shards done for my ship. So now I just got to finish Gauntlet, which will not be hard at all. And let's see what else do I need to do. Just the hard node farm now. I'm just on the hard node. Well, Special Forces TIE Fighter, but it's coming along very nicely. So is I'm working on Garsax and getting him to 7 stars, and then I'll work on some other tunes out of Cantina. But all in all, Greedo's almost 7 stars. I'm running, my roster's coming along nicely. I think I'm going to take some of this money I just got, and I'm going to start. You know what, Finn? I'm going to have to. I think I may level the Ewoks. I don't want to.
Ewoks are good.
I know.
They're just not they're very niche. They're a late game addition, but when you get them, there's a lot of use for them.
Listen, Finn, I just don't like them.
Okay. I know you don't. But they're still good in the game.
Well, I'm just saying.
You have to do what's good for the game and good for your guild.
And it's a great day for Canada and therefore the world. So we got territory wars going on right now. I just won 3 battles, so I'm going in right now to do another battle. It's nip and tuck in my guild with the battle we're facing. So while you're getting your questions in, if I'm a little bit nonchalant participating, it's because I'm a little busy at the moment trying to get my stuff done. So if you have questions, I'll try to answer if you direct it toward me. But that's what we've got the panel for. We can. Danila's got 15 million total. You bastard. Is that 15 million total? Well, I'm still happy I got 7.5, but congrats on the 15 mil total. Damn. That's nice. That's very nice.
I think I got 30 million right now.
What's that?
I got 30 million right now. I was saving up for
I thought he said he got 15. He's got 50 million total. I thought he got the. That's what he got on the thing that I'm like, what? Look at you. Credits are a real thing. Oh no. So I'm going into territory wars. If you got questions, get them in. Let's see what we got going on. So for the next couple days, tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern, I will stream Battlefront. If you'd like to hang out, you know the deal. Have Skype, have the game. Finn will be playing PC. I'll be playing Xbox. This is the way we roll. And then so we'll have that tonight. Tomorrow from 10 a.m. to whenever. We will have Jedi Academy. Warrior should be on. Everybody should be on. There's been a lot going on. Warrior had it's his vacation time, so he's been on Mexico doing his thing and had business trips where he met up with Urban. So he should be back. We'll have pretty much most of the panel on for tomorrow for Jedi Academy, so that'll be fun. And then tomorrow I will also stream some more Battlefront. And here's the treat. Today I'm going to try to get. T Money asked me to do this in the Mature channel stream, and I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to get KOTOR, and I'm going to play KOTOR on the Mature channel stream tomorrow for you guys while we have our fun. So I will be doing KOTOR in the background, so it'll be fun for everyone, except for Finn. Finn
That'll bring back memories.
If he doesn't have the Ewoks in it, he doesn't care. So
no, there's no Ewoks in Battlefront 2, and I'm having fun.
Yes, there are. You were saying like there's
no, but you can't play with them. They're on Endor.
Yeah,
but you can't like actually play an Ewok.
Yeah,
like I can't play Wicked and throw rocks.
Would you really want to in that phase?
I kind of do.
No, you don't, because you just get butchered.
I don't really care.
I don't know about that. If he's fighting against stormtroopers, they'd win.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he'd probably hit me with a rock, and I'd be like, "Oh, I died." If it's just a rock, it just hits you in your head. It's like, yeah, you got armor on. It didn't work. But if you got questions, get them in now, guys. That's what we're here for. So, rock and roll. We had any questions so far, Stanley, in the old chatteroni?
We got a couple.
Oh, word. Oh, there's 14s left. I'm going for it. Who's left? Oh, Vader team. Should I use my Jedi Training Ray against this team? I don't know.
Freaking Chewie.
What do you guys think? I've got there's 2 teams left. One, I could beat that Zol team, but I've got a Jedi Training Ray team. Should I save it for the next zone, or should I try to take on this? I don't know. Jedi Training Ray might get wrecked against this team. They don't have a tank,
I'd say save it for the next zone. Let somebody else deal with that EP
flags.
team.
Yeah, I've already won 3 flags here. I'll give it a minute and see if anybody takes it out, and then save it for the next round. But I use my teams to take out top teams, so I'm not getting a lot of flags for my wins. It sucks. But I missed all the ships. That really hurt me because, man, when we go in with ships, we went in. I've missed it. I was like, I had all these ships ready to go. I was like, oh, it's dead already? God. Oh, God. Why? Hey, Mike Hunt's in the channel. You know what, Mike? Let's invite Mike. Mike, do you want to come on? You can come hang out with us during the lunch stream, can't you, buddy? You know,
that would be cool.
I'm going to invite him. If Skype will let me. Let me add people to this call.
You want me to do it?
I got it. You continue getting slaughtered, Finn.
Yeah, I know. Freaking Chewie.
I sent him the call. If Mike wants to jump on, he is more than welcome. He said he just got done with work and he's walking to his car listening to the crew. Well, that's all right. You've been invited, Mike. So if you've got Skype on your phone, you can come join us for all the fun festivities. So if he hops on, he can hop on. That'll be good. So we got questions. Did you already give us a question? I missed it.
No, I haven't given any questions yet.
Okay, let me see. There's not been any questions, really?
No, there is questions. I just haven't read them out.
Are you playing Battlefront 2, Stanley? Is that what's going on?
No.
Yeah, Stanley's brother in Battlefront
At least not yet.
is disgusting. Yesterday, I had a match. I did pretty well. I'm getting way better. But playing with Stanley's brother, playing with Vincelli, and playing with True, I think they had one match where they had 80 kills for the team. Something like crazy like that. For Blast, I had 4. Just run around slaughtering everybody. Of course, I was leveling a new class, so I mean, it's not. So here's the thing with Battlefront: you have to level your characters just like you do in Galaxy Heroes, because when you first start, you're gonna get owned. It's just the way it is. You just have to try to do the best you can, and as you level up, it gets easier. Because my officer is really awesome now. He's all purple geared card and everything. So, but watching those guys, I kind of sat back a little bit and was like, "Oh, go get him!" I started running around behind them like, "Oh, get him! Oh, get him!" And
I still suck. I have no excuse.
And the Falcon strategy is legit, Finn. You need to use it.
Yeah, I was watching Ranger and I think it was Sanley or Vincelli doing that last night, just hanging out on top of the Falcon, getting tons and tons of kills.
And they kept trying to take us like King of the Hill. We're like, no, you will not take the Falcon. They kept coming at us. We're like, no.
It's so much better when you're with a group, so you can
really
watch each other's back and actually do stuff. Like in this right now, everybody just spreads out, fans out. You're by yourself half the time, so you're protecting an area. I do really well. I'm protecting this staircase. Nobody's coming through this freaking staircase, and then somebody comes from behind me.
Yeah. You gotta watch your six, Finn.
Yeah, I know.
All right, let's get to some questions. Go ahead, Stanley.
Scooby, question. Seeing as I have CLS now, should I wait to Zeta him and focus on Palp's Zeta and Thrawn's Zeta ebb and flow?
He hasn't. Yeah. So the question is about Zeta doing the Zeta on CLS.
Well, he just got CLS. Should he wait to Zeta him and focus on Palp Zeta and Thrawn Zeta ebb and flow?
Yeah, if you have a Zeta ready and Luke's not ready and you don't have the gear for him, you can go ahead and put the Zeta on Palp or Thrawn. And then when you get your next, or you put one on one of those two, and then on your next Zeta, as you get, hopefully you get gear on Luke to where he's gear 11, gear 12, and then you can put a Zeta on him. If you're not even close on the gear, I would say go Palps and Thrawn, one of those two, if it's ready to go. Palps lead, if you've already got the character ready to rock and roll, is amazing.
Yeah, right now he's one of the best leads for TW. He'll get you multiple defensive wins.
Yeah,
easily.
I agree. All right, next question, please. Good sir.
Bad Rongo. I developed up my Imperial troopers for territory wars and dark side territory battles. For territory wars, are they a hard counter to any other team other than Night Sisters?
Any rebel team. Hell, I just used them to kick the crap out of a Zal team. Because here's the thing is, once you start getting them going, they're disgusting. You know, when you get them geared, if you got the Zetas, I mean, that team, they're not good. I'm trying to think of who they suck against. Because they'll wipe out Night Sisters, they'll wipe out any kind of rebel team because they just do so much damage. And, you know, once you get one death, they start getting that turn meter. Not that they're not getting turn meter anyway from their buffs and everything, but they really start laying the scunnion on those teams. Phoenix, Rogue One, it doesn't matter. They really put the paint on them.
Well, and you don't really need to do them as a pure Imperial Trooper team. They work really well pretty much on any Empire team.
Yeah. See, I kind of like to keep my one Empire team together with Palpatine, Vader, Tarkin, Thrawn, and I'll throw in Royal Guard in there just for you know, giggles. And then I'll keep the Trooper team together with Short Trooper, right? But you can mix and match, you know. That's just my preference doing it. But you could definitely do it that way. Okay. Anybody else? Oh, no? Yes? No? Okay.
Well, what I do
everybody
is
drink your damn coffee. You know, I know Finn is busy getting executed in Battlefront. I mean, come on. Zyla, what the hell, man?
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm semi not paying attention.
Yeah, we know.
I hear questions being asked, but I have no idea what the questions are.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'll do is I use the 2 tanks. I use Stormtrooper and Shore Trooper with my EP team.
Oh.
I'll put Death Trooper anywhere. I put Krennic, because that just those 2 on any Empire team is really nice. And then Stark will go good with. I want to put Stark on my EP team, but I don't have him high enough yet. But he'll give any Empire tune the crit damage and crit chance up, and if you have him Zeta, he'll do the turn meter reduction.
Right.
They're all really good tunes. Even Magma Trooper's useful.
Yeah.
Because he has turn meter manipulation, which can be very useful in TW.
Plus, he's gaining so much turn meter too, and Empire. There's so much different synergy between troopers and the Sith faction, and mixed with the Empire right now is kind of throwing it off. But all in all, you can mix a big variety of Empire tunes.
I'll be right back.
All right. Next question, please.
Percival, question: has either Finn or Ranger played the single-player campaign in Battlefront 2 yet?
I have not.
I played some.
I've seen it played, and it looks great and everything, but I like the people. I like playing with other people and playing that stuff. So
I played it a little bit. I was working on the escape of Iden Versio, and I got caught in one of the rooms, so I had to pick up from there again. But it's a good way of getting practice. I just got surrounded. I don't know if that was intended or not, or if I missed something. But
same here. I played a little bit of the online. Like I just said earlier, I played Heroes vs. Villains the first time today, and I even started the campaign too as well. That was the first thing I did actually after I downloaded the game. I already know what happens in the story for the most part too, but I kind of want to play it out myself too, and experience it, of course. And like Finn said, it's a good way to kind of warm up and get the feel for the controls, and it's another storyline too. It's a really cool storyline.
all right. Next question, Finn next question, Stanley. Sorry, I'm used to saying Finn.
Yep.
yeah,
Michael D, what's a better investment right now? Imperial Probe Droid gear or the OG Night Sister team now that it is recommended for Phase 3 of the Sith Raid?
Oh.
It was Night Sisters, or what was the other faction? Sorry.
Just IPD.
Night Sisters and that new Phase 4 team that's really been popping up. That's a better damage output than Phase 3 for it too as well.
Yeah, that Night Sister video really...
I would still be careful about going with the OG Night Sisters over other things.
Right. Like
Phase
the newer
4 is
comps are
considered
better.
Phase 4 is considered a kitchen sink phase for a reason, and that's because by the time you get to Phase 4, your whole raid is dependent upon efficient Phase 1, 2, and 3. So if you don't have efficient Phase 1, 2, and 3, going after a Phase 4 squad, which is essentially what the OG Night Sister squad is kind of silly. So, and if you have other good characters that you're not utilizing in Phase 1, 2, and 3, you should be fine as well. So there's a lot of different ways you can go about this where you don't need the OG Night Sisters. They work, but you need 2 Zetas on that squad. Actually 3 if you really want the DACA one in order to keep them up. It's a heavy investment. I would go with Imperial Probe Droid because you need to work for your guild, right? And getting your entire guild and Imperial Probe Droid I think will serve you better than if you just do OG Night Sisters for one phase. It's not a major phase to begin with. The efficiency in 1, 2, and 3 is more important.
I mean, the Night Sisters have so much more value as a whole, though, and yeah, like you said, it's a heavy investment on the Zetas. I'm actually leaning toward, I have the 20 mats. I'm just waiting on a couple more Omegas. I'm really leaning towards doing a Asajj lead next and building up with her unique following behind that, only because my Asajj is halfway to gear 12, and my other Night Sisters are kind of following her cadence. I have DACA at 10 and the rest of them all as a whole at gear 8. So, I mean, it's going to take a little more to gear them, but putting the Zeta on Ventress as a whole is going to change that whole faction for me.
All right. Next question, good sir.
Vancelli. Question, what's the bare minimum number of Zetas needed for the JTR team in Heroic Sith Raid Phase 1?
You need her leader, and you definitely need roll with the punches. I don't know if the other two... I mean, they help, but you can get away with not having them. But those two you definitely need to have. You know, in my opinion. I mean, the one removes debuffs, the other one gives foresight, or has a chance for foresight every round. So, does it help? Yeah, but those two, I mean, you got to have the combination with BB-8 and her leader to make that work. So those would be the two I would definitely focus on first.
Right, I agree, because those are the only two I have myself, and I would say if you're thinking of Zetaing her next unique, I would say the one for the buffs over the Foresight and the Cleanse, because, you know, you're giving turn meter teams to Palpatine right now, and, you know, I feel like that's more of a step back than forward with that Zeta at the moment. But also looking at like Smithy D's video with that new Phase 1, the 13% that he did, you know, the more Zetas that you put on that team, and like if you do have a double Zeta R2, you know, you can make the most out of your damage output in that Phase 1 team, the more Zetas you're putting into it. Other than the Cleanse for Rey, in my opinion. You're just spreading more foresight to the team and calling, you know, the other tunes that don't give themselves foresight. So, you know, you got Scavenger Ray and BB-8 kind of give themselves foresight, but the Trooper and, you know, your fifth, depending on what you're running, giving everybody foresight on the team too as well. It's helping a lot, keeping them alive.
All right.
Paul Morgan, are legendary events getting harder? I have all characters for CLS at Gear 9, and I put my arena mods on them and their maxed out abilities. Is there a guide I need to watch, or do I need to remod?
I don't know which legendary you're doing. So what? There's CLS out right now. CLS, no. CLS is. I mean, I beat that with Gear 8, Gear 9 tunes. Now the R2 event is different. You definitely need. It's a lot harder. I went in there with. If you have a trooper team, pretty geared, you're going to be good. If you're going in with like Palpatine, Vader, I went with Palpatine, Vader, Tarkin, first or TIE Fighter pilot, and Shore Trooper, and I beat it on the second time. But those guys were like Gear 11. So I think you need for the R2 event, you need on those characters Gear 10 at the minimum to even have a chance on the R2 event. The CLS event's different though. I mean, that's.
Yeah, the CLS one, it's more of just getting the required characters is the most difficult part of that event, like Ranger said, and then you're going to want some good mods and, you know, a good synergy Empire team. You don't want to just slap together 5 7-star Empire tunes for that R2 mission that is going to run you over. You got Leia and OG Han in there, and between those two alone, they're going to hit you so hard. And they're going really fast too, so you need to get them modded up and get some good gear on them.
Yeah. All right, next question, please.
Mr. Pennypinch, my guild lost 4 people in the last 4 days. Do you care if I try to do some recruitment in the RSG Discord?
Nope.
That's what it's for, right? You know, it's
that's
for
pretty
the
much
community,
what,
it's for the gang.
Yeah.
It's
just do it in the Swuggo channel.
Yeah.
Just don't do it in general. Do it in the Swuggo channel, so we have all the stuff in there.
Yeah, do we have a channel specifically for that, or?
Yep, we have Swuggo chat. Not specific to recruitment, but it's Swuggo chat, so just we can recruit in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, game focused.
There you go.
Yeah, sorry to hear you lost those members, brother.
It happens.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. It's kind of hard to keep those spots filled when you got members in and out.
Okay, Paul Morgan just gave us $2, and he says stuck on CLS last tier.
CLS last year, what is that fight? Because it's open and then faces Vader. Then it's them versus what? It's been a while since I've done it.
Yeah, I think the hardest part of the raid, that event was before Vader for me, and everything else kind of was just click, 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 go.
Right.
Isn't that the one where it's the stormtroopers that just keep on respawning?
I can't remember. It's been so long.
I'm really trying to think about what that is.
It's been a while since I completed that as well.
Yeah.
But I remember I had a tough time. It came down to where everybody was dead except Leia.
I don't remember that battle. Why am I drawing a blank, fellers?
Because you don't have a pen.
Shut up, pen. Nobody likes
Yeah, I think all of us, we all got him first time around, so I mean, it's been so long since we even did the event.
it. You bastard. Yeah, I'm just starting to play.
Okay, they're saying it's 3 rounds of troopers. I think it is the last round. It says last round of CLS is when you're escaping to get on the ship. One of them is a healer and a bunch of regular stormtroopers that every time they use an AoE, the stormtroopers that are dead come back.
Yeah, I still had minimum gear on those guys with art.
It might just be an RNG thing. I don't remember it either, but a lot of the journey ones tend not to be too difficult if you can get like gear 8 and semi-decent mods. You don't need like arena mods or anything, just some mods on your characters. That's usually enough in order to do the journey stuff, because it's more a check for whether or not you have things 7-starred more than anything.
If I remember correctly, what I did is I used Han, ST Han as lead for his defensive boost to where, you know, the guys didn't hit quite as hard.
Right.
But it ended up coming down to RNG. It took me about 3 or 4 tries to finally beat it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what the hell that is.
Though it might be considerably more difficult now that they nerfed Han.
Just a little bit.
I would say if it's just RNG, just keep throwing it in there on auto a few times and see how that works for you. And if it doesn't, you know, maybe shuffle your mods a little bit more.
Auto.
For real, I mean, auto is sometimes it's the easiest thing.
Well, that's really throwing me off, that question. I'm trying to remember, and I can't. Why can't I remember? Yeah, I think gear 9 on that should be fine, unless they change the, you know, the dynamic of it.
Yeah, like save Han's taunt and R2's smoke screen until the last phase. That might make it considerably easier.
Yeah.
But if I remember, it was a tough one. Of course, I did it with, you know, gear 8 and gear 9 as well. So
yeah. I just don't remember that being that difficult, so it's completely throwing me off. All right, next question. We'll have to get back to you on that one, man. I apologize. It's just been so long since I did it. I don't remember it being that difficult.
Okay, Brian O'Neill. Congrats to Finity and crew on their handily won war. Signed Bones from the band.
Oh. Did you guys win your territory war there, Fendidoodle?
We're ahead right now, but we haven't officially won yet. But I think they stalled out on one of our walls. So thank you. It was a fun war. They had a good front line that we had to kind of be careful about. And once we got there, I think we found some of their dispersed defenses. So we had good counters for what they had. So it was definitely a fun war, though.
Very nice.
So thank you, Bones.
Lovely Bones.
My bones. My bones.
It's in the
We're all caught up on questions. Maybe we could talk about around the corn how the territory wars are going for everybody.
I've been showing mine. Everybody's got a peek into what I'm doing. So it's no hidden. We're winning, but it's been a great match. So very even, very, very even.
Yeah, my guild is actually going.
Get my shards I need.
My guild is going against Darth Hidious's guild.
Oh, how's that going?
It's going good. They can't even destroy one of our territories, and we've taken out like 2/3 of theirs.
Oh, wow. That's rough. I blame Finn.
It usually is mine.
Yeah. Sorry, Darth Hideous. That's Finn's fault.
It is.
He's a bad man. He's a very bad man. Yeah, Paul, we'll get with us after this. We'll hook you up, man, because I've got to see this because I just don't remember the Stormtroopers. Because I think once you talk with Han, you've got R2. You've got old Ben. I mean, unless it's your mods.
Anyone I know for it.
Issue where your mods are really bad and you're just getting smoked. But if you're on the last tier, it can't be not that the battles leading up to that are really that difficult, right, guys? But something is not clicking here where we're missing a piece of the information here. Something's happening that we're just kind of like, okay.
I'm telling you, Ranger.
I also remember that I
something
had
isn't clicking, and you're drawing a blank. You don't have a pen. That is the answer.
Then just go get killed.
I remember that I had
Nobody
to.
likes you.
I remember that I had to Omega Leia's stealth thing,
Yeah,
so she
that
kept on
makes a
gaining
big
foresight.
difference. I mean, the higher your characters are, the easier it is. I mean, that's just common sense. But I just don't remember. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh, it's coming down to the wire. Oh, it's a big push. I better get in here. Okay, gotta get in here. Gotta do battles. Oh, Lord. Alright, next question. I think there's some questions in here now. Oh, I've got a Jedi training Ray team. I'm going to go for the biggest one they got.
Okay, Stella was buff. Question, I know strategy is different from high-end guild and territory war compared to lower end. What strategies can you advise for us on the lower end?
It's a lot harder. You know what, Zal, you've been very quiet. I'll let you start this one off. I've been saying a lot.
Sorry, like the question is for mainly like basically what teams you want to run for lower end guilds, really.
Yeah, what are some tips, strategy and things of that nature?
Well, for phase 1, I've actually put together a team for people who don't have JTR specifically. It does call for Thrawn Lead, Magma Trooper, Director Krennic, that's a tough one, Death Trooper, and then the 5th varies. So you can get your percent out of that, in my opinion, even at the heroic level. Phase 2, I would look towards more like counter leads. So, you can throw your Emma Gundai Jedi team in there and get some junk damage. You're not going to get a whole percent out of that, but it'll chip away at Scion a little bit there to start you, and then you can even look towards like a Gar Saxon lead and some Junk Empire team tunes, chip away at him again. You obviously seen Phoenix Squad in there too. You want to use your Phoenix Squad, and if you like, you can save either Ezra or Sabine, depending on what kind of team compositions you're running in Phase 3. Also, for taking a note back to the Phase 1 team, you want to run that Phase 1 team that I recommended with Thrawn, Magma Trooper, Krennic, Death Trooper. You want to run that team first for those people in your guild who don't have JTR, and then after that, you run what JTRs you have to get through to Phase 2, of course, and try to carry over a Jedi training raid team into Phase 2. You'll get a better damage output with one team. And then, Phase 3, you can look to your Chex Mix team. If you have any leftover Death Troopers from Phase 1, you can look towards your leftover Imperial Troopers. Your Night Sisters are obviously really good in Phase 3. You want to try and carry those into Phase 4, like Sir George just recommended in his video. You get the most out of your Night Sisters in that too as well. And that's kind of a quick 1, 2, 3, 4, line up for you there to kind of do your percent in the guild. But again, you're gonna have to do your part and then some. But that also leaves over a lot of good teams like Ewoks. That leaves over a lot of good teams left over in Phase 4, and you're still doing your percent. Also, another thing I wanted to know too is,
he doesn't care about the raid. He wants territory wars.
Oh, territory wars. Oh, well, there you go. Territory wars. You just focus as factions as a whole. PvP teams, all that stuff.
So I thought he started explaining. I was sitting there so involved in my match, I didn't realize it either. Oh, Jesus. All right, start again. This is Territory Wars, Xylo.
So what he wants factions for Territory Wars?
Oh, yeah, strategies, tips and strategies.
For the lower end, I'm guessing low, like, what, 50 mil GP area, right?
Yeah.
I would just I wouldn't recommend territory war teams. You want to focus on PvP, and once you do PvP, you can focus around that. There's so many different teams you can run in arena too. But focus on factions as a whole: Night Sisters, First Order, Phoenix Squad. All the regular teams we always recommend.
Yeah. So on a lower end guild, right? So,
I can talk from experience because I'm in a 50 mil guild.
Yeah, go for it.
What we first did was we were just throwing everything that we had into TW, not going in with a real strategy or anything at the beginning. But then we started going, what's our strengths? What are we? How powerful are ships, or are we better with the ground troops type of thing? So eventually what happened was we put a wall up where we didn't want people to go of all our best teams. And then, behind that, we ended up doing some other stuff that of the lower GP teams that were pretty decent. But what I'd recommend is going through your guild's rosters and see what your guild's strengths are and play to that. If you guys are really good have some really badass ship teams, work on that. Focus on that, and then usually the rest will fall into place.
Yeah, I mean, when you're at the lower end, the two things you're running into, right? Where to put teams, because you're trying to fill up your, those, you got all those zones to fill in, and sometimes it's hard because you don't have enough teams, right? That's one issue. So one strategy that's prevalent that I've kind of noticed is that you try to put some strong teams of defense up front, maybe protect your ships, and then the other places you just have to make a sacrifice and just put junk teams, right? There's just not much you can do, right? And then, have everybody commit, those first two zones to one good team on defense, right? And then have one or two good teams that you can clear. They're good teams on offense, right? it's a tough call. It varies based off the guild GP. You know, Zylo's thing about working on specific faction teams is good. You know, if everybody wants to focus on, it's hard to get everybody to say, okay, everybody do this. Unless your guild's really committed to that, it's hard to do that. If people want to commit to certain teams, that's fine. And then, you know, based off their strength of where the roster is, you can start placing people. It makes it really difficult for officers and guild officers, you know, to try to figure that out, because like, okay, who goes what, where, you know, that kind of thing. Right. And, unfortunately,
yeah, he says they're running into issues of not having the offense to counter the opposing team's progression.
right.
In other words, they're putting everything on defense. Don't put everything on defense.
You can't put everything on defense.
Need to do that.
You have to be very strategic. Like, you know, I would protect your north. Like, if you're going to make a wall of defense, protect your shits. Protect that middle zone. That's where you put it at. And then the rest, you know you're going to need stuff for offense, so just put junk there everywhere else until you start getting more teams that you can put on defense. You got to have good offensive teams. If that's what you're running into, then protect your ships, and then you know, save your offense for when they do the same thing, probably, right? Also, you can go where you start attacking them south, save your best for last, or you can try to get through their top team and see what's afterwards. You never know. It's like Stratego, but that's what I would recommend.
Yo, my fault again, you guys. I'm so focused on the Sith raid, though, man. I'm even playing right now. I'm so sorry about that again, y'all.
It's all right.
No worries, dude.
But yeah, it's a tough thing. It'll get better as you can go on.
Yeah, you don't want to spread yourself too thin for territory wars. Otherwise, you know it's bad. Okay.
It's bad. It's just real bad. Okay. Don't be doing that. Okay? It's bad. It's bad.
Real bad.
It's real bad. It's super bad.
And don't forget to stop screwing around. You screw around too much.
Okay.
Don't be doing that. That's bad. Okay.
Richard. Come to me, Richard.
All right, next question.
Jason Hommel, question: my guild can only get 40 out of 50 participating in territory wars. Do you think that screws up the matchmaking? We get hosed every time.
Yes. Because they just released, you know, that they're based off what you have, not what you're bringing in there, right? Did I misunderstand that? The matchmaking is based off what you have with GP. That's one of the factors in there.
Well, it's what signed up, right? So it looks like what they're using in terms of numbers is who signed up. Based on that, what is your total GP? Right. What is your variation of that GP? So they'll calculate the standard deviation or whatever it is in order to figure it out. But they're calculating multiple things, but it's based on who has signed up. But it does screw it up because you can run similar stats to somebody with 50 people, and that means that you'd be having like 10 less CLS or 10 less Jedi Training Ray or something like that, right? So yes, it can screw it up. GP and everything will be equal, but that doesn't mean anything.
Right.
There's a lot of other factors that go into it, so obviously it's yes. Simple answer, yes.
Well, like before, we were having like 26, 27 people join for our TWs, and now that we are getting more, it took us up to the next bracket. So we've been fighting bigger guilds that have been almost kicking our butt. Like the past couple of TWs have been really, really close. Like we're winning by 40 points right now, with 14 minutes to go. But before we were fighting guilds that were more close to us, and you know the gap between winning and losing was considerably more.
I mean,
Chewie, go freaking fight Vader.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh Oh, Finn.
Chewie's just standing by me. I'm just like, I'm a first officer. I'm an officer, right? So I'm sitting there and I have my turret out and I'm hitting people from behind. And all of a sudden, Chewie is standing next to me like bowcasting, and Vader's over there like killing everyone. He's just standing back here. Stupid. Like, none of us can fight Vader. Vader's like one-shotting us and like deflecting all of our lasers with his lightsaber. It's like, what the?
Lasers.
Go fight him.
Using the lasers.
Frickin' Vader.
With frickin' lasers on their frickin' heads.
I believe all animals deserve a meal. Oh, that's too funny. Poor Finn. But not really. Alright, next question, please.
Adam Tron, with the recent news, who would win in a fisticuffs fight, Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
Oh, Joe Biden. My money's on Smoking Joe.
I don't know. Trump is a big dude. Trump is a pretty big dude, though.
Yeah, but Biden's just a bad man. He's old school. Like, all right, this is the way the fight's gonna work. We're gonna have rules.
I'm gonna pay somebody to fight for me.
That's right. It's gonna be totally unbelievable. And John's like, you know what? Screw that. Screw your rules. Smack.
Do you watch American Dad? You know Stelio Contos?
Yeah.
That's essentially what Trump would be. It's like, Joe, tell me if me not fighting is too much. Just tell me when it's over. And he's just Stelio Conto, Stelio.
Oh my God. Really? They lost to that team? Okay. They lost to that team. Alright, next question, please.
Mr. Pennypinch, question: Grim, are you loyal to your guild or would you like to join Battlecry? We're at 100 million.
we said you could recruit on the Discord, not in this chat. You are pushing your limits, Mr. Pennypinch.
Hey, that was awesome.
I'm good for now. Maybe in the future. We'll see.
Okay, Vancelli, did you know there's chickens on Takadana in Battlefront 2?
I wonder if I could catch it.
Are there chickens?
Throw my jacket on top of it.
Throw a jacket on top.
No, you gotta make sure to get it in the corner first.
Mm-hmm. I love Grande. I don't know how he comes up with some of this stuff itself. Like, who thinks of catching a chicken by throwing a jacket on top of it?
Grande. Well, if we're not getting any ship battles in, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 battles I won. Yeah. So, damn, I gotta watch ships more. Well, we cleared them. Let's see if they clear us. Probably it's gonna be a tie, but I don't know who's gonna win based off the results. So. Gonna be close. Did you know there's chickens on Takadano? No, I've been looking around for the chick. Now, Grande, if he was playing Battlefront, would be like, oh, there's a chicken. I wonder if I can catch it. Grande, we're in the middle of a battle.
Silly Grande.
Yeah, and we're, facing the chickens is.
God damn it! They don't have the back cleared. Now they have the back cleared.
Oh no. All right, next question, please.
Bimasu, the question is, why would you want to catch a chicken?
I mean, you know,
For dinner.
I don't know. No, Grande likes pets, man. I don't think he'd be for dinner. That's just Grande.
No. He would literally have it sitting in a chair at his dinner table.
That's not wrong. Hey,
Can't you just see it right now, just sitting at the table? Choke, do you want some seeds? No, I got these seeds fresh. Just...
Spank, how about you?
Oh no. Oh my god. Oh, that's too funny.
And sadly, we all have that image now in our head.
Oh no. All right, next question.
That's great.
Adamtron, question, what are your favorite teams for the heroic tank raid? I mostly do 0 damage due to time constraints, but I think I'll get some time to actually attack.
Well, the team that I've used, and I usually clear a phase or 2 with it, is the Jedi Training Raid, or Jedi Training Raid with BB-8, R2, Thrawn, and CLS. That team for okay, I usually go into phase 2, clear phase 3, into part of phase 4. I usually get 15 to 20 million, depending on how far I get. If I'm really paying attention, it's a little time. I mean, you can put it on auto, but you have to be. It doesn't work as well because the AI does some funky stuff, especially in phase 3. That's a good team. That's one I can recommend. What about you guys?
My fun isn't with soloing, to be honest.
Oh, well, then no one likes you.
When I get time, I will do Asajj Ventress on a team to try and see how big I can get her damage. So I just keep on trying to topple the tank or like kill the ads in phase 3 and just see how much I can get in terms of AoE and single target damage with Asajj Ventress from all of her rampage buffs. But it's not necessarily trying to solo. It's more fun for me just seeing how big Ventress can get.
Mm.
Yeah, for me, I just throw my Zeta, Kylo Ren, and Savage in phase 1 and take some quick damage on that. And then phase 2, I'll throw in my Princess Zodi team. It's more of just to chip away at phase 2 because my guild, we raid at noon during the days. So everyone's really active on it, and most people are like hopping on at their lunchtime. People who play at home and work nights or blah, blah, blah. It's more convenient for everybody in our guild. And, you know, by the time I run that Princess Zodi team, you know, I just get as much damage and play it as quick as I can. Even if someone goes down, then I'll click it on auto. And then I'll throw in my Akbar, Thrawn, Asajj, CLS, and BB-8. And then that one can do the rest of phase 2 and then finish out the rest of the tank for me if I have the time.
What's a team that does not have, he says that he does not have GTR BB-8. So what team could we recommend for him that's not that?
I've been
have fun with Asajj.
The Juggermaul in phase 3/4.
Yeah.
That one's fun.
Explain what that is.
It's Sidious lead, Zeta Sidious lead with Maul. I use Savage and Nihilus. And I have Rex in there for just to make sure they don't explode after the topple.
Mm-hmm.
And it does. I've gotten the highest I've gotten is 4 mil.
Nice.
All right, next question.
Danilo Papais. Question, my resistance is not great. I do not have JTR or BB-8. Any suggestions for heroic AAT aside from the teams in the roster progress indicator?
Well, I mean, Zeta Finn with Poe, Trooper, Pilot, and R2 is really good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that team even in phase 3 is really good because you can just focus in on the B2 and you're doing. I mean, because of Poe and R2 with his flame, that team in phase 3 is really, really good too. I'm trying to think where else is the resistance. That's, I mean, that team right.
You can
there,
do phase 2 and phase 4 too.
Yeah.
Like those with all. I mean, the main thing about phase 4 is getting the buff immunity on the B2s with post taunt.
Yeah.
And then you can also focus to stun them first before you go to start
Finn will
knocking
stun.
them down.
Yeah, he'll stun one. You can focus on the other one. R2 does his thing. You know, you're getting exposes. He goes in with his flame. You're just getting constant turn meter before the tank, and you're just burning it down. It's a really solid team. You don't need Jedi Training Ray or BB-8. I mean, that team is really dynamite. I mean, I still use it in I'll go phase 6 where I'll take Jedi Training Ray, BB-8, Scavenger Ray. I'll go with like General Kenobi and somebody else and go clear a phase, and then I'll take the Resistance team with R2 and go clear another one. I mean, that's 2 solid wins right there. You know, and then for and then for the ATST last mission on phase 6, I'll go in with like Luke and you have Han and Leia. Then I'll go in with like Ahsoka and somebody else. You know, OG Han's really good, and then clear that. I mean, that's 3 wins. But that Resistance team is the old school Resistance team. It's amazing, and there's a reason why it's amazing, because it once you get it going, like phase 6. And they're only in gear 10 and 11. They're not fully maxed out and stuff. I got the Zed on Finn. Once you get going with that team, the Stormtroopers will never go. And you just burn through those phases like it's nothing.
Yeah, and you're taunting and hitting them as hard as you can over and over again.
Right. And they just constantly lose tomb rated. They do not get a chance to go. That's why that team is so amazing. Jedi Training Ray is different because, they don't get to really go. But that's for different reasons. You're just beating the snot out of them.
And then on top of that, the best thing about the Finn lead teams is it's 1 Zeta for the PvE team for the tank. So, you know, it's really good for a up-and-coming player. Plus, you know, the Resistance is such a fun faction to start off with in general and get you a lot of points.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. All right, next question.
Mateus Cavalcanti. Did you know that the clock in-game advanced 10 seconds? That's for calculating rewards, and they give them at the correct time now.
I was not aware of this.
Okay.
We have, see, the more you know. Do, 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 do.
And knowing's half the battle.
Go, Joe.
G.I. Jose.
No. That's wrong, Finn. Oh, this is going to be close.
What's wrong with G.I. Jose?
Yeah, okay.
You shouldn't put it in your eyes, kids, because you'll poke your eyes out.
You die.
Paul Morgan, question. I'm wondering what happens when Grande gets a solicitor at his door.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus. I bet you that is hilarious.
Are you selling chickens?
It's like the opposite of the Jehovah's Witness. Would you like to hear about the greatness of mods? They run away. Grande has a little book, Swuggo Mods.
Just imagine someone knocking at his door repetitively. How do I mod Rose? How do I mod Pal? How do I mod this? Grande!
Would you like to learn more about RNGesus?
One of his 10 commandments is do a basic.
Do the basic. Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh no.
And on the 6th day, he created speed mods.
Oh my god. Oh, we won by the skin of our teeth. 26,557 to 26,523. Wow. Dark Council Korriban, very well fought. That was epic. Wow. Jesus. Oh, wow.
Did you know that RNGesus could save your soul?
Oh my god. Oh wow. Man, that was a close
Thou
ass
much
win. We won
catch
by
thy
24. Oh, wow. That was so damn close. Woo, they came on strong.
No, somebody get in there. No. Okay, good. Somebody got. We're in overtime.
Oh god. Alright, is there any more questions? Jesus, I'm stuck.
We got a Palpatine.
Okay, Nathaniel Miller. What's your favorite Territory War solo attacker? I like eating clone teams with my Savage.
Territory War solo attacker?
Night Sister Spirit against Zeta Kylo.
That's a good one. I don't really have a solo. Like I do duos. Like Zombie and Acolyte will
Yeah, I've never done a solo.
completely annihilate Phoenix teams just by themselves.
Jesus.
10,774 to 10,049. Really, really close win there.
Hey, we only won by 24. That was ridiculously close. God bless America. Woo-wee. I don't want to live through that again. I can't get the RG Jesus out of my head. The Ten Commandments. Thou shalt do a basic. Oh, God. Finn's already thinking, oh, I've got a commercial in my head.
The Church of Latter-day Grandes has to be the next thing.
Oh, no. Oh, my
I want you to do 20 Hail Grandes and oh.
Don't forget to pray for your RNG.
All right, so let's see what we won. We won, let's see, we got 3 and 4 and 500, and we got, okay, I got 10 of those. Okay, Stun Cups, good. I got 10 Corbantes. Okay, that's good. I need those. 10k MK3 Charge Rings. I need those. Okay.
A wild Mike Hunt appears. How's it going, Mike?
Yeah. Hi, sorry. It's
What's up, Mike Hunt?
Nobody knows.
Mikey? Did he die?
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? One more question, then we're going to end it.
Adam Tron, question: have you ever gotten a good reward that isn't GK shards from Heroic AAT? Haha, I never have.
oh man, you would not believe what I've just had to go. Well, yeah, just I've had to delete my email account twice, switch the phone on and off. Oh, just too many things.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior, RNG Jesus?
Oh yes. Yes, I did a yings and yangs of arena. Same squad, different outcomes against same opponent.
How did your territory war go, Mike?
I'm not sure. Is it finished now?
Yeah.
We were. I think we were 200 points behind.
Full clear
But,
on mine. It was a full clear on both sides. We won by 24.
But we were really motoring. I think we're up to 7th on the TW leaderboard.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, because I switched guilds. I've gone back home now. AAA styles. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you could join us as we're ending the stream, Mike. You've got impeccable timing.
Thank you. I've been told that before.
But you'll be on the Jedi Academy tomorrow, right?
Oh, most assuredly.
See? So just
Pew,
this
pew, pew.
little promo for tomorrow's stream, which you can catch tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, where we answer all of your Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes questions. We bring on the best and the brightest from YouTube, Game Changers, and then we bring in the RSG crew to dumb it all down. So you can check that out tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mike, tomorrow for the church channel, I'm going to be doing KOTOR.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to go through the playthrough of KOTOR. I've done that. I haven't played that game in I can't even remember how long. So
Since Yoda was a young man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was. Needed the money, I did. All right. So thank you guys for joining us for the lunch stream today. Thank Xylo and Grim and Sanely and Dr. Finn who's been getting massacred in Battlefront. If you would like to join us for Battlefront tonight,
I'm pew-pewing as hard as I can. That's all I know.
Keep pew-pewing as hard as you can, Finn. Can't catch him. He's a gingerbread man. Use a basic, Finn.
I am using my basic. The problem is I need to use more than my basic. It doesn't cut it in this game.
Yeah, that's true. But we will be streaming tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern. I will be doing Xbox. Finn should be on the PC. We'll be doing some more Battlefront. You are all welcome to join. We will be setting that up at. I'll start setting up around 5:30 to get that going. And then so that's what's coming up. We do the lunch stream every day from 12 to 1, Monday through Friday. And then let's see, Xylo, anything you want to pimp?
Yeah, sure. Real quick, I just put up the test film for the Phase 1 team I was talking about earlier that I kind of rambled into on accident there. But just come on over, check it out, like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Xylo Takedown SWGOH on YouTube, and really appreciate it too. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. And Grim?
Yeah, I actually managed to figure out how to fix my recording stuff, thanks to you guys with letting me know about OBS and all that. Mm-hmm. So I have some stuff in store for my channel soon, TM. So search Galaxy Heroes, Grim, look for the skull with the anarchy symbol on the forehead, and I'll have some new stuff for you guys here soon.
Mike, anything you want to pimp real quick?
My channel, it's there still. Mike Hunt, SWGOH. Please come and say hello.
Say hello. All right. And all right, then that's it for us. And remember, you guys, like and subscribe, not just us, but all these other channels. Support the community. We're getting close to 3,000. I don't know what's going on. We're stuck at 2,960. I don't know what's happening. So please subscribe to the channel, guys. Help us get to 3,000. We get cookies and hugs if we get 3,000. But in anticipation of that, I think I'll do the KOTOR thing. We'll play that, but we'll put up a poll once we hit 3,000 for what you guys want to see us do next for hitting 3,000. But we got to get there first, guys. So please hit that subscribe button. Then when we're streaming and you get all the greatest updates and stuff like that. If you want to support the channel, there's a couple ways. You can go to the store, buy swag. We've got the RSG store that you can check out. There's lots of cool stuff in there. Finn's updating it all the time with logos and t-shirts and all that good stuff. You can there's the super chat function on the bottom, usually while the stream's going. There's also, if you want to sponsor us, $4.99 a month. It's $4.99 a month that we use to, all the money we use to get stuff like Xboxes and new gear and equipment and all the stuff that we do, upgrade our internet. All that stuff goes directly into it. It doesn't go into our pockets, not yet. Someday, Finn, hookers and blow, we'll get there. But for now, we invest it all back into the stream. And then if you're listening to this afterwards, you can listen to us on YouTube. And you can go back and watch the chat. They've got that new function up. Or if you just want to download it in podcast form, go to iTunes Store, look at RSG, and you can download it and listen to it wherever you want during your lunch stream. So we appreciate everybody being here. Appreciate you all stopping by. Remember to support these channels. We will check you guys out tonight or tomorrow for Jedi Academy, whatever you like listening to us for. So everybody have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Peace.
Yeah.